So, with great joy in my heart, I would be inviting Najeeb Sulaiman to come talk to us on domain knowledge, a catalyst to data career advancement. Yeah. You guys should clap now. Everybody wants to be a data engineer these days. It's not easy. Yeah, it's not easy. So, before I hand over to Najeeb, let me tell you guys this. So, when I started out in data science about a few years back, then you could not put data engineer on your LinkedIn, but you can't. So right now, if you see someone who is a data engineer, like, it's a lot of respect. Why? Because we are in high demand. We know now, we are the hotcakes here. So please, give us that respect. By the way, I leave you guys with Najeeb.
All right, thank you very much, Demi, for the hype and for the summary. You have already summarized the topic. Yeah. Knowing how to derive insights is not as important as knowing what insight to derive. And the pursuit of pure technical skill should not be the only focus of any data professional. How about defining the business objectives? Communicating effectively with the decision makers, or even understanding how the data is collected. These questions and many others have been hidden away from many learning sources available on the internet, but are very, very important when working in the real world, in any organization. And why technical skills are common among data professionals? What really sets you apart as a data professional is domain knowledge, which is the ability to prove or demonstrate that you understand the particular industry inside out, that you talk the language, and are even able to communicate and help business drive insights and achieve their targets. It is therefore very important to know that analytical skills are not alone. Analytical skills are not enough. And inability to connect analytical skills with a domain can be fatal. Good morning, everyone. I'm super excited to be standing in front of you this morning. My time is limited, and my mission here is simple. It's just to emphasize on the importance of domain knowledge. Please, I need the slide control. All right, go back. I need to introduce myself. Introduction. All right. Yes. Let me do my personal introduction. So my position is actually brief. I mean, I'm not the brand yet. So I'm a data engineer at FinTrack Software company. I'm a YouTuber at Najeeb Zahari, where I share my experience towards career advancements. I'm a digital ambassador at African Development Bank, and I'm an Arsenal fan. It's a good time to be proud of, to be an Arsenal fan. We are topping the league. All right, let's go. So what is domain knowledge? It's very simple and direct. In fact, from this, you can really guess. Or there may be some people that are hearing for the first time. Maybe you're an enthusiast, you're just getting in. Let's go to the next slide, please. Now, I simply define this, no ambiguity, as the knowledge and understanding of a particular field. It simply means you having a knowledge of a particular industry. We have many industries, we have many fields. Finance, healthcare, sports, agriculture, education. So any domain at all that you have knowledge about, it means you have the knowledge of that domain. It means, for example, you have knowledge of finance industry, you have finance domain knowledge. Now, you are a data professional, a data scientist, a data analyst, or a data engineer. So why do you need domain knowledge? Let's go to the next slide, please. Too fast. The next slide after, go back, please. Yeah, why is domain knowledge important? So, why do you need domain knowledge as a data analyst, or a data scientist, or any data profession you are in? Why do you need domain knowledge? Wait, I'll explain. Can you go to the next slide? Now, imagine the following. You are a data scientist. You thrive on math and statistics. You are confident using Python and SQL. You have some experience working with data cleaning and visualization. Plus, you are no stranger to machine learning and deep learning, which, in your opinion, makes you the perfect candidate for any high-paying data job available. Well, that may not be all. Let's go. Go back. Yeah. So you go to an interview, and you are posting about your range of skills to the interviewer, telling the interviewer you know 19 programming languages. And you want to use them all. Tell the interviewer about how you can apply the latest MFCC algorithm. Well, judging by the impression of the interviewer, you got the job, right? But that's not it. Let's go to the next slide. Now, the interviewer, in reality, will be thinking, awesome, but I don't have a job for another ordinary data scientist. I need someone who understands that data is business, who can drive insights and communicate insights effectively to management, who can help us solve business problems and help us achieve productivity and growth. Let's go to the next slide. And this summarizes why you need domain knowledge. And that's my first point on the importance of domain knowledge. Why is it important? Data is business. It's very important to understand that analytics is not enough. Why it's good, it's the how, which you are started with. Knowing how to derive insight is not as important as knowing what insight to derive. What if you can use 19 programming languages and you don't even know where to go to? You don't even know what insight to derive. That makes you can judge yourself if that's the case. Thank you. All right. All right. The next point is technical skill is common. Domain knowledge is not. You can do a quick survey here. How many people can use SQL here? You can use SQL, you can just signify. Wow. Almost everybody uses SQL. Now, if you have the knowledge of, let's say, sports domain, sport analytics, can you raise up your hand, please? Can you see? Can you just judge using this survey yourself? That's to tell you that to differentiate yourself, to set yourself apart, you need to go beyond the analytical skills. You need to be able to build expertise in a particular domain and connect your analytical skill to that domain for you to be unique. Now, derivation of domain-specific features. If you are just a data scientist and you don't have the knowledge of the business you're operating, the highest you'll be able to do is top 10 customers, top 10 sales, top 10 products. That's it. You won't be able to derive domain-specific features. Let's say, for example, you want in the finance domain, and that will take me to my next point. You work in the finance domain, and someone just walk up to you, or maybe your manager, or someone from the management team, just say, fine, these are new data scientists, we've heard about you, you are very bright, but can you please give us a statement that shows our financial position? Or can you give us, can you help us generate a statement that gives us our profit or loss using our data that is available in our organization? Then you are lost. What is pure loss, profit and loss? What is a balance sheet? You don't know. It's as simple as that. Because you don't have the domain knowledge, you can't even understanding of user needs and goals. You can't even communicate. You can't understand what they need. Then how do you want to solve their problem? How do you want to help the business to achieve set goals? Another importance of domain knowledge is creation of solutions that users will actually use. Earlier, Dr. Genia, during the keynote session, also emphasized on the importance of building a solution that users will eventually use. Because the truth is, large proportion of solutions that maybe data professional builds end up in the dustbin. Nobody's using it because it's not communicating value. Okay, you've come up with analysis, you spent months on this analysis, you're able to clean the data, use whatever model, but at the end of the day, it's not communicating value. It ends up in the dustbin because you are not able to connect all your range of skills to that domain and be able to understand what they need and provide solution. And that's why domain knowledge is very important. And if you look around you, see, technology doesn't just, any technology at all, or let me just say technology generally, do not just exist. They exist to solve particular problems. They exist to solve problems. That's just the simple definition of technology, to solve problems. So there are applications to domain, which is why you also need to know a particular domain and apply your technology, or any whatever skill you have, analytical skill you have to that domain. Look at fintech. If you have fintech, edutech, agri-tech, that's to tell you that tech alone is not enough. You have to associate that tech to something. Is it fintech? Is it edutech? Is it agri-tech? Is it sport analytics? You understand? So, which is why, as a data professional, you need to know why domain knowledge is important. Now, how do I build domain knowledge? Okay, fine. Najeeb has enlightened us, has talked about why domain knowledge is important. Can you hear me? Why domain knowledge is important. So, how do I build domain knowledge? That's the question now. Now, how to build domain knowledge? The first thing is get interested in the domain. The way when you are starting out as a data professional, whether you're an analyst, engineer, data engineer, or whatever profession you are in, you develop interest in that profession before you eventually become an experienced person in that profession. So there are many fields within tech alone. Software engineering, even within software engineering, you can still break software engineering into many subsections. So as you when you're starting out, you're interested in a domain, in a particular tech field. That same way, you need to get interested in the domain. If you are starting out, you need to start thinking about your passion. What interests you? Are you interested about solving problems in the finance industry? Are you interested in solving problems about sports analysis? If you are a sports person, you love football, that can be your domain. So you need to get interested. So it's that interest, that passion that will prompt you to learn domain focused course, that will help you that will increase your curiosity and want to learn more about that domain. So while you are taking course, 0 to Euro for Power BI, 0 to Euro for data analysis, also do 0 to Euro for financial accounting. If you are in finance domain, it's very important. It will help you a lot while you're carrying out your day-to-day activities as a data professional. Take internships. So to get reward to get reward experience, internships are very important. To be able to deal with real case scenario. I can tell you, if you spend 1 year on YouTube and someone spends just 1 week working in an organization, that person can turn out to be more valuable than you because that person already has the reward experience. So take internship. Internship is not just for beginners. As a professional, if you want to switch to another domain, you can take internship with that domain so that you transition softly into that domain. Now, asking domain-specific questions. So you just have to fuel your curiosity. Ask questions. By asking questions, you get to know more. So ask questions about the domain. Ask from users, the end users using the solution you want to provide. Ask them, so what is financial position? What is profit or loss? They will explain to you. From there, gradually, you build your domain knowledge. Stick to a domain for a long time. Now, this is very important. It's not about the salary alone. Salary is very important. I know. David Brown mentioned about the $3,000. It's very important. I understand. But you also need to be strategic about your move as a data professional. You are in the finance domain today. Next 1 month, you get another offer in somewhere else. Sport analysis, you jump into it. The next month, you get another job in edutech, you jump into it. You are not able to gather enough domain knowledge because it takes time to actually build domain knowledge. The way it takes time for you to be an experienced data professional, it also takes time to build domain knowledge. So just take your time while considering the salary. Also consider the strategic move, the benefits of transitioning. So you need to spend enough time in a particular domain to actually gather enough domain knowledge. And that is how to build domain knowledge. There are many more, but these are just a few of them. All right, in summary, the good thing is that domain knowledge can be picked up anytime, even while on the job. And it is not much of a difficult thing either, but in getting it will be utter responsibility. That's just the truth. No other words. Therefore, data professionals are strongly advised to strengthen their domain knowledge as they develop their technical skills in order to be more valuable. To set yourself apart again, you have to know take domain knowledge serious. Remember, knowing how to derive insights is not as important as knowing what insight to derive. Thank you very much to the organizers of this event. Thanks to the sponsors. I'm glad. It's a privilege to be here today. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for that lightning session.